Have you ever felt a sharp, sudden pain in your leg in the middle of the night? One moment you are peacefully asleep, and the next you are awake, holding your leg, wishing the pain would stop. You are not alone. Millions of seniors experience these painful leg cramps, especially during the night, when the body should be resting and healing. It is more than just discomfort. It steals sleep. It steals peace. It can even steal the joy from the next day. But what if I told you that there are simple foods you may already have in your kitchen that could help prevent these awful cramps? No complicated medicines, no expensive treatments, just nature's own gifts placed on your plate. Today I want to walk with you through the top 5 foods that can help protect your muscles, restore calm to your nights, and bring strength back to your days. These foods are backed by science, trusted by wise elders, and loved by those who have walked this road before you. Stay with me until the end, because I will also share a special tip, something very few people talk about, that could make all the difference for you or someone you love. You deserve peaceful sleep. You deserve to wake up without pain, ready to live another beautiful day. And sometimes all it takes is one small change, one wise choice, to open the door to better health. Let us begin. As we journey through life, one thing becomes clear. Aging is inevitable, but suffering does not have to be. Our bodies change, our muscles tire more easily, and the little aches we once ignored can grow into challenges that shape our everyday life. Among these, leg cramps, especially those that strike during the night, can feel like a cruel thief, stealing comfort, stealing rest, and sometimes even stealing our confidence. Many seniors quietly endure this pain, thinking it is simply part of growing older. But wisdom, both ancient and new, tells us something different. Pain is a messenger. It is the body's way of asking for help, for attention, for care. The good news is that nature has always provided what we need. For generations, our grandmothers and grandfathers knew certain foods, simple and pure, that could strengthen the body and calm the muscles. Today, modern science confirms what their wisdom already understood. Nutrition plays a powerful role in muscle health, blood circulation, and nerve function. The right foods can nourish tired muscles, balance minerals like magnesium and potassium, and even ease the silent tensions that build up in our bodies over time. I have sat beside many elders, beautiful souls like Grandma Lily, who once struggled to walk to her garden without feeling her legs seize up. I have listened to men like Mr. Harold, who used to dread bedtime because he feared the night would bring yet another painful cramp. Their stories are not unique. They are the quiet battles fought by millions every day. That is why it matters so much to understand this now. Because small choices today can bring great peace tomorrow. Because every day we are given on this earth is precious, and we deserve to live it with as much comfort, strength, and joy as possible. In this video, we are not only going to talk about food, we're about to talk about hope. We are going to rediscover the simple, powerful steps that can help you or someone you love feel better, sleep deeper, and move more freely. These are lessons woven from the threads of science, real-life experience, and the timeless wisdom of those who have walked before us. So settle in, dear friend. This journey is about to begin, and it just might be the beginning of a healthier, happier chapter of your life. Food. 1. Bananas, the gentle protector. When Grandma Mary first started feeling cramps creeping into her calves at night, she thought it was simply part of getting older. One evening, after a particularly painful night, her granddaughter Emma sat beside her with a gentle smile and said, "Grandma, maybe your body is asking for a little more potassium." Potassium, it is one of the most important minerals for muscle health. When the body lacks enough potassium, the muscles can become weak, tight, and more prone to sudden cramps. Bananas are rich in this life-giving mineral. Just one banana a day can help restore the balance that tired muscles are silently pleading for. Studies have shown that potassium helps muscles contract and relax properly, easing tension and preventing the spasms that wake so many seniors from their sleep. Grandma Mary made a simple change. She added a banana to her breakfast. Within a few weeks, she noticed her nights were calmer, her legs felt lighter, and her mornings began with more energy. The takeaway: sometimes healing begins not with medicine, but with a small act of love toward your own body. Food. Sweet potatoes, nature's mineral treasure. Mr. Samuel was a proud gardener. For decades, he worked with the soil, growing roses, tomatoes, and herbs. But after his 72nd birthday, he found it harder to stand for long periods. Sharp cramps would bite at his legs, forcing him to sit down and rest far too often. One afternoon, his old friend Peter, a retired nutritionist, visited him. Peter shared a piece of advice. Your muscles need magnesium, potassium, and calcium. Sweet potatoes are one of the best gifts nature offers for all three. Sweet potatoes are not only delicious, they are rich in magnesium and potassium, two minerals essential for keeping muscles relaxed and well-nourished. When magnesium levels are low, muscles are more likely to tighten up and cramp. Eating just a small serving of baked sweet potato a few times a week can make a meaningful difference. Inspired, Mr. Samuel began roasting sweet potatoes with a little olive oil and rosemary. The results were beautiful. Not only did his cramps decrease, but he also felt more stable and confident in his movements. The lesson: strength is not always about doing more. Sometimes it is about giving the body the quiet support it needs to thrive. Food 3. Spinach, the green shield for muscles. Eleanor had always loved painting in her little sunroom, but when the cramps started attacking her legs, she found it harder to sit for long hours. Frustrated, she feared that her days of creating beautiful art were slipping away. Her son, Thomas, suggested adding more leafy greens to her meals. Spinach is filled with magnesium and calcium, Mum, he said, placing a small bundle of fresh spinach on her kitchen counter. Spinach is truly a gift from nature. It is packed with magnesium, calcium, and potassium, three minerals that work together to calm nerves, relax muscles, and improve blood circulation. When blood flows freely and minerals are balanced, cramps lose their power to disrupt life. Eleanor began adding spinach to her omelets, soups, and salads. Little by little, she noticed she could sit longer, paint deeper, and finish her beloved sunset scenes without being forced to stop. The takeaway: healing does not always come from big changes. Sometimes it grows from the soft, green hands of nature. Food: avocados. The creamy muscle saver, Grandpa Richard loved his morning walks by the river. It was his time to think, breathe, and reconnect with the world. But cramping legs had turned these peaceful walks into painful struggles. His daughter, who had recently taken a nutrition course, introduced him to avocados. She said, "Avocados are full of healthy fats, potassium, and magnesium. They feed your muscles and keep them flexible." Indeed, avocados are one of the richest sources of potassium, even higher than bananas. They also provide healthy fats that support circulation and reduce inflammation, helping the body move more easily and recover faster. Grandpa Richard began spreading avocado on whole grain toast each morning. After a few weeks, his walks became longer again. He found his strength returning, step by precious step. The lesson: nourishment is not only about filling the stomach, it is about feeding life itself. Food. Yogurt, the silent healer. Margaret, a retired teacher, loved reading by the fireplace each evening, but her enjoyment was often cut short by sudden cramps in her feet and calves. She started believing that restless nights were simply part of growing old. One visit to her doctor changed everything. He explained, low calcium can cause muscle nerves to misfire. Yogurt is a natural, easy way to boost your calcium. Yogurt, especially plain and unsweetened, is rich in calcium and magnesium, essential for muscle and nerve communication. Without enough calcium, muscles can cramp, twitch, and ache without warning. Margaret began enjoying a small bowl of yogurt after dinner. Within weeks, her nights grew quieter, and she reclaimed her peaceful evenings with a good book and a warm heart. The takeaway: small acts of care, even as simple as a spoonful of yogurt, can open the door to healing and peace. Before we continue, let me pause for a moment to speak directly to you, heart to heart. If you are still here listening and reflecting, then you are already making a beautiful choice for yourself. You are choosing knowledge. You are choosing hope. You are choosing to believe that life can still improve no matter what age we are. I would love to invite you to be part of this conversation because your voice matters. Please take a moment to comment below with the words, "Still strong." It is not just a phrase. It is a declaration, a reminder that strength is not about never feeling pain. It is about continuing to care for yourself, even on the hard days. It is about choosing life again and again. Also, if you feel comfortable, I would love to know, which of these foods spoke to your heart the most? Was it the banana, gentle and familiar? The sweet potato filled with the earth's quiet strength? The spinach, the avocado, or the soothing yogurt? Perhaps you even have your own story. Maybe you remember your mother handing you a banana after a long day, or your grandfather roasting sweet potatoes with laughter filling the kitchen. These small memories, these shared moments around food and healing, are pieces of wisdom that deserve to be passed on. When you share your thoughts, you do more than just leave a comment. You may inspire another person who is struggling quietly. You may offer comfort to someone who feels alone on their health journey. And perhaps you will feel a little less alone yourself. We are a community here, bound not by perfection, but by the simple courage to keep learning, keep loving, and keep moving forward. So please, if you feel called to, write "still strong" below, share your favorite food for healing, or tell us about a lesson you have learned along the way. Every voice matters. Every story is a light in someone else's darkness. Thank you for walking this path with me so far. Now let us continue discovering the beautiful steps we can take toward a stronger, calmer, healthier life. There is one truth that we often learn too late in life. The body speaks long before it shouts. Pain, cramps, fatigue. These are not betrayals. They are whispers, gentle and pleading, asking us to listen, to care, to change. I think of Mr. Albert, a kind-hearted man who spent most of his life providing for others. He worked long hours, barely resting, always believing he would have time later to care for himself. But as the years passed, his nights became restless. The cramps in his legs grew stronger, sharper, until even simple pleasures like walking to the park felt like distant dreams. One evening, sitting by the window as the sunset painted the sky in soft golds and purples, Mr. Albert said something that stayed with me forever. He said, "I thought I could outrun time. I thought I could wait to take care of myself. But now I realize health does not wait." There was no anger in his voice, only a gentle sadness and a powerful wisdom. He made a choice that night, a choice to start wherever he was, with whatever strength he had left. He began small, adding nourishing foods to his meals, stretching his legs each morning, and drinking more water. He began listening to his body with the same tenderness he once reserved only for others. And slowly, life began to return to him. Not in great leaps, but in quiet victories. One peaceful night without cramps, one joyful walk to the mailbox, one heartfelt laugh shared with his grandchildren. The final truth is this: healing is not only about the foods we eat or the exercises we try. It is about the love we give ourselves. It is about realizing that no matter how many years have passed, it is never too late to begin again. If you are watching this and feeling regret for the times you ignored your own needs, I want you to know you are not alone. And more importantly, you are not too late. Your body is still listening. It is still hoping. It is still capable of healing. All it asks is that you listen with kindness and that you take one small step today. Not tomorrow, not someday, today. Because the greatest gift you can give yourself is not perfection. It is care. And care, my dear friend, is always within reach. As we come to the close of this journey together, I would like to take a quiet moment with you. Just you and me, as if we were sitting together by a gentle fire, reflecting on all that we have learned. Life moves quickly. One day we are running through fields without a second thought, and the next we find ourselves pausing more often, feeling the weight of years upon our bones and muscles. But growing older does not mean surrendering to discomfort. It means learning to live more wisely, more tenderly, and more consciously. Today we explored 5 powerful foods that can help ease the burden of leg cramps, especially during those silent hours of the night. Bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, avocados, and yogurt. Simple, wholesome gifts from nature that carry deep healing within them. Through the stories of Grandma Lily, Mr. Henry, Eleanor, Grandpa Richard, and Margaret, we were reminded that healing does not require grand gestures. It is often found in the small decisions we make each day. A fruit chosen instead of a processed snack, a mindful meal enjoyed instead of rushed eating, a glass of water savored instead of forgotten. The beauty of life lies in these small, sacred choices, and it is never too late to begin making them. If you find yourself looking back with regret, wishing you had cared for your body sooner, please remember, regret is only heavy when it leads to inaction, but when it stirs change, it becomes a blessing in disguise. It becomes a teacher. Our bodies are resilient. They are waiting even now for us to turn toward them with love, with patience, with hope. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to transform overnight. You only need to believe that you are worth caring for today and every day forward. As you move forward from this moment, may you carry with you the quiet truth that small steps can create great transformations. May you nourish yourself not just with good food, but with kindness, forgiveness, and a gentle strength that no passage of time can ever take away. Our days are not infinite, but our impact, the way we choose to honor the life within us, can echo far beyond the limits of time. Thank you for allowing me to share this space with you. Thank you for choosing hope. Before you go, I would like to ask you for a small but meaningful favor. If this message touched your heart today, if you found even a small piece of hope, wisdom, or comfort here, please consider taking a moment to support this journey we are sharing. Please like this video. It is a small gesture, but it helps this message reach others who might be silently struggling with their own pain, confusion, or loneliness. Please leave a comment below. Even a simple word, even a brief story can become a light for someone else. Your voice matters here. Your experiences and reflections are not just welcome, they are needed. If you have not already, please subscribe to this channel. Every video is created with the hope of bringing more strength, more peace, and more understanding into your life. By subscribing, you become part of a community that believes in healing, in learning, and in growing together. And lastly, please share this video with someone you love. A parent, a friend, a neighbor, someone who might be waking up at night, rubbing aching legs, wondering if anyone understands. You never know whose life might be changed by a simple message of hope, by a reminder that their health, their comfort, and their joy still matter. We often think that grand acts change the world, but more often it is the quiet kindness, the shared wisdom, the small encouragements that build a bridge between two hearts. So if this message found you today, do not keep it hidden. Pass it on. Let it ripple outward, touching the lives that need it most. Thank you truly for being here. Thank you for believing in yourself, in your strength, and in the beautiful possibility of healing at every age. I am honored to walk this path with you. Until we meet again, stay strong, stay kind, and stay hopeful.